Hey everybody, welcome back. It's IXION. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. At the end of the last video, we kind of left you hanging on section 5, as well as some of the expeditions that we're running over here. So I want to go ahead and see about getting some results happening over here too. I'm also going to launch a probe. And the probe that I've launched, I've tried so hard to like get this. There's a point of interest in this area over here, like right here. And I've tried like 3 times already to get this. And my probes that I launch here, I'm done trying. It won't work. This storm eliminates everything that goes through it. It is a really nasty storm that we do not want to enter. My probes die like right here. It doesn't get hardly anywhere, even close to halfway. So we're not going to bother with anything in the storm. And we're just going to like, I don't know, get resources that are not in the storm, I guess. So we'll go and get some carbon right there. So I'm going to go ahead and get the stuff going on Crux P, and then I want to walk you through what we're doing on the Tiqqun. So, Crux P. This is a planet to refresh you in case it's been a while since we posted. I don't know. I'm doing these a couple weeks in advance. This is a planet we're on where there's corrosive stuff happening, and a team said they still had a little bit of time before the corrosive atmosphere like rotted away the ship. Okay, and they won't be able to leave. So, the team identified an area as a sealed landing bay, once home to several craft of different sizes. Signs of EKP travel were found of a type much more advanced than anything we've come across so far. The team also found traces of organic matter and blood. Some of this was salvageable, and sample analysis revealed that several species seem to have passed through the area. Okay. All DNA samples showed some structural similarity to that of humans, and it seems likely that this complex was used as a test site for the introduction of species into P38 ecosystem. Aliens. It's like a biology test site, basically. Alien biology test site. Gross. 126 science is massive, though, so that's going to be great. Okay, so I could get greedy, and I think I'm going to, because like knowing that this is some kind of alien test site, I would also really like to know who it was. All right, we know the what. Now, can we get the who? By inspecting various terminals, the team may be able to learn more about the facility's former occupants. I don't think we're doing the tank room, because I'm thinking tanks, volatile stuff, corrosive atmosphere, eating away things. That sounds like a recipe for disaster. So I think maybe the command center will be fine, though. So I'm going to take a risk, and we're going to go after the command center. We also have the collapsed food production district. The production area has been gutted for several hundred meters. The huge amount of floating carcasses has made it difficult for the team to differentiate between what is an animal and what is not. Remember, this was their food place, right? They did a lot of growing things, but they also had animals. They had a farm and stuff, like, they grew livestock and stuff here too. The team did find several working cryopods and have prepared these for extraction. Production seems mainly to have been galliform, although there are signs that rarer meats were produced. The Newton's team wishes to specifically know that they found a cryopod containing a dog. The owner seems to have decided that the animal's life was more important than their own, and their corpse hangs onto the pod. That is sad and disturbing and awesome and just tragic. There's so many emotions in that. So he put the dog in the cryopod instead of him, and then he just hugs the pod. Oh my God. Oh, 204 cryopods. Maybe one of them is a dog. We can do it! Naomi protocol! Provide a new home for the dog. Yes! The Newton's crew will bring the dog back aboard the Tiqqun. Absolutely. How do I not click this? We have to save that dog. Come on. How do you say no to this? All right. Let's go back to here. This is Sector 5 as we left off. I'm giving you, I've added some housing, right? So people had a place to live. I'm also adding the infirmary here. So we have, some people doing, we need health. We need health, okay? I also would like to get silicon going. I'm noticing this has not gone and done anything in a while. And so I'm thinking, yeah, Sector 2 doesn't even have silicon being managed, which is weird. And Sector 4 has... No, is it Sector 3? One of these sectors had silicon in them. I forget which one it was. Not you. You. I saw this. Saldana Bay has one. And they're not able to... We don't have an active storage for silicon. So let's go ahead and put silicon there. And then we also have, it looks like, a little bit of maybe carbon. There's polymers there. We can maybe do a polymer storage over here. Trying to empty out the polymer storage here. And so hopefully that gets them to move the silicon over to Sector 2. I hope anyway. We can keep this to be maxed out. And then electronics continue to be produced. That's what we really need. Okay, so the next thing to do, I think, with the Tiqqun,
team has completed a task.
We have a lot of electronics and we have a bunch of polymers. I think now is the time to expand our power capabilities because we have the resources to do so. So I'm going to go ahead and tap that. We've done the adequate research to make that as cheap as possible. So we'll just have that be done right now. Now, it looks to me like Sector 5 is overworked. So let's go into our population manager. And we can see on the left side here, workers. And we can see which ones are having enough and which ones don't. So it looks like Sector 1 is pretty good. So we can send maybe 10 workers from 1 over to 5. We also, that should take care of it, really. But let's go a little bit over and above and beyond. We'll say that Sector 4, we could send 10 from Sector 4 to Sector 5 as well. And that should help this sector no longer have, no longer hate us, basically. So let's go ahead and get all of this. There we go. And we're going to just take away these roads really quick. And then I want to look at science, actually. So, interestingly, thing about this, right? The science tree is telling me everywhere, pretty much all my remaining upgrades, not all of them, but pretty much all of them, are telling me that the technology tier 3 is required to unlock this. And that's strange to me. Because I would think that this ring is tier 3, right? Because 1, 2, 3. And then this would be 4 and 5. But everything is pointing to this ring being tier 3, not tier 5. Which leads me to believe that the tiers were organized in such a way in which these two rings were already available to us when we, first fired the Vol engine. So they're kind of like baseline or whatever. And then tier 1, I suppose, starts here. And then tier 2, tier 3. So in any case, we can't just do upgrades all the time. We need to actually fulfill all the research, the different nodes. And there's only one left, and that's Mushroom Wall. Once we get this one done, we should now finally have access to the final ring of research. And so we'll go ahead and get that done as we have plenty of science to pull that off. Yep, there we go. We go. And we're just going to get rid of a lot of these roads here. Let's also get this road building so that we can see what that's all about, and what that's all about. Okay. Now, I'm still not entirely sure what I want to do for these different sectors, because we have other buildings now, right? There's a fire station, for example, right? Dispatches fire trucks to put out fires. Okay. It's a 6x6. I don't know where I can put these things. So I'm going to need to get upgrades to housing and all that stuff so that I can have less houses in these districts and therefore place these buildings in there that would help to settle any emergency situations. I haven't seen a fire ever in this game yet. But something tells me Sector 3, you should, be doing that. I haven't seen a fire yet, but something tells me that now that I've unlocked the technology, perhaps we will see fires in the future. That's terrible, and I hope that doesn't happen, but it's possible it could happen. So we'll do this, and then let's get the road out of here. Let's get this road out of here. Here we go, and we'll just get basically all these streets taken care of until I figure out what I want to do with this particular sector. I would like to get to nuclear power. I feel like that's where we're going to eventually have to go. And then also this sector needs a battery. Let's get this sector a battery. We can go battery tier 2. I suppose I could place it all the way at the bottom here. That should be fine. I don't need all the roads to be connected, so we'll go ahead and do that. I do need this road connected to at least there. And then it looks like there is a 4x4 spot here, so we could do another stockpile here. I don't know what it's going to be used for, but who knows? It could be useful. Going on that note, I would like to move these stockpiles, actually. So I'm going to tear this one down, because I would like to put another docking bay, I think, right here. I think that would be a good thing to do. We just unlocked Mushroom Wall, and so that's available for food now, too. And that is on the edge. We need that to go on the edge. That is cool. An edge food building. And I can't put that anywhere. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. But it's an edge food building, so we can take a look at that when we need it, if we ever need more food. Converts 2 waste into 1 food after 3 cycles using specifically designed fungus. Very cool. So tech tree is done. Or at least we have access to everything now, right? So I'm looking at, we have health center, which is awesome. This is useful with train stations. We probably want to look at that. We have the Exo Fighting Dome. Provides 1 stability. The bonus can be extended to each sector with a train station. So this is where we get the train station, right over here. I think that's the first thing we go for, because train station sounds awesome. So I want to do that. This is going to allow some buildings, like the health center, for example, and the exo fighting pits and all that. It's going to help the these buildings exert their bonuses upon other sections, which is what I really, really want. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I was also looking at over here, memorials. There is this, right? Complementary in diversity. Provides +1 stability to a sector that has a Murdoch memorial and tier 1 industry specialization. We do want to get specializations going. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this and queue that up. So now we have no active tech lab, probably because it is being emptied of waste. Yeah, being emptied of waste. So now we can start getting that specialization. And so now I kind of want to see, I haven't looked at it yet, but so it looks like the Murdoch memorial is for industry. The genetic Canatus, whatever it is for food specialization. And then the Lunaclism one is for population specialization. Okay, so we have a Murdoch memorial in this. So that's good. We don't need any more. I could remove this because we don't need the genetic Canatus. So I think we're going to remove this one. We'll dismantle this building. I'm going to turn this on really quick. See if I can't process enough. I really want to get rid of this. I need to get rid of this building. And you know what? To get rid of it, I think what I'll actually do is shut off both steel mills. If I shut off both steel mills, we will be constantly using the alloys, but we will not be producing anymore. And so I'm hoping what that means is I can just dismantle this, because this 5 extra iron is really annoying. And there's nowhere for it to go, so I have to process it. Never mind, it's not the right time. I have to process it, otherwise, again, there's nowhere for it to go. But if we can get other bigger buildings built over here, that would be quite helpful, actually. I'm not sure I want that. This should be food, actually. Make this food, and then I can delete this one. There we go. All right, we'll get rid of this, and then now I can place stuff here. Now, these guys are going to complain temporarily about food. 5 out of 6 food in the sector. That's no big deal. We do want to make sure there's a higher amount of food in here, though. So let's make sure there's like a minimum of 40 in this sector, so we can start bringing that all over. And then once that's done, there it is. We can now go ahead and I think we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe to here, and then up, just to connect this road, so that I can get rid of this road, get rid of this entire street. Maybe not the whole street. We might end up going behind this and putting stuff there. But what I wanted is to have a place where I could get another docking bay if I wanted to. And it looks like it will go here. Yeah, it will go here as long as I remove that road. So we'll get rid of this road right there. That doesn't need to be there. And then we can get another docking bay here if I want to. So we'll just leave that there as sort of a placeholder. And I can do it if I need to. Okay. Seems good, man. We got everything removed. We're not getting this removed because there's nowhere for the alloys to go. So we just simply have to store alloys. I'm thinking Sector 5, what I do is I say I want to max out your alloy count. And then Sector 2, I want to have nothing. So send it all there. You guys are under the minimum. You guys are at this minimum. Yeah, under the minimum. So basically what we have now is a situation where the only sector that doesn't have its desired amount is sector 5, and the only sector that has more than its desired amount is sector 2. So we should see all of the alloys leave sector 2 specifically, and you know, we could actually even raise this up even higher, like 555. Let's actually raise this up. Yeah, that's the situation I want. I want every sector to have above its desired amount, or sorry, have the stock below the desired amount, so that the only sector sending is sector 2. Okay. So we should see all of the alloys leave sector 2, which should allow these other buildings to begin producing again. And I'm hoping anyway that allows me to process a lot of this iron that we have. We have extra iron, so I need to process that. All right, let's go in and get to science. I've been waiting on this long enough. Let's do it. The Oxford's team managed to extract an intact data drive that was still installed within the center's infrastructure. The disk was heavily encrypted, and a significant percentage of its data had been corrupted. However, the data that was accessible has proved very useful. This complex was created by the Ashtongites. Okay. Their texts appear to use a language derived from Esperanto, and the logs they have left behind are extremely precise. They suggest that their authors possessed an uncommon intelligence, an acute sense of self-criticism. Strangely, the organized, methodical accounts are occasionally interrupted with mysticism and spiritual remarks. These are seemingly present to justify the results of their Cartesian deductions. The various integrity sensors of the crew's suits, as well as those of the Oxford, indicate that it is necessary to repatriate the team. We got to get these guys back. Okay, good. Going on that note, we're not going to the tank room. I'm leaving. Not going to push my luck anymore. We're absolutely no. No way. The storm is moving. The storm is moving. Everything is not awesome. Everything is not okay. We need to get everybody back now. Avoid. Yeah, avoid. Just avoid. Everything is avoided, please. Just everybody. No, nobody's going to do any of these things anymore. Everyone just return to the Tiqqun immediately. And I'm feeling like you guys are toast. Oh, my mining ships are totally toast. This storm is gnarly. Like, you can't send anything through it. So, like, even all of our upgrades and stuff on that it doesn't seem to matter. So we are pretty screwed here. I'm hoping to see. Somehow you're going to there. No, you're not. You're going back to the Tiqqun if you can make it. I need everyone to return to the Tiqqun right now. That sucks. Oh, we are going to be so screwed. I hate this. Collapsed food. Oh, the dog. No, Administrator, I did not expect this decision. I would remind you that Dolus regulations prohibit animals on board the Tiqqun. I do postulate, however, that the animal's presence may be good for the crew morale. Yeah, if we can get it back alive.
Caution. Entering stellar storm.
Yeah, you think? We absolutely are. We're fully in the storm now, man. Holy crap. Okay, everything is really, really sucky. And we're going to lose a lot of ships here. We have a global storm. We've been caught by the electromagnetide. Hull and station damage is a certainty. We have to leave. We have to go. We have to leave. But we don't have our guys back. I'm pretty damn certain those guys are toast. But if we can wait long enough to get these guys back, I would very much like to. Can we get you guys back on the ship? Please, please. These ships are at least getting back on time. That's good. Shit. No, they're not going to make it. We're out of here. I'm not taking a chance on this. We're gone. We're going to send all the way over here. 4.5 cycles. Go. We are taking off. Station damage is a certainty? Yeah, we're leaving. Goodbye. Okay, so we are traveling. In a really... Oh my god, this looks cool. Can you imagine? Can you imagine This is wild. We're on battery power. Everybody's on battery power for four and a half cycles? So we are going to lose power in most sectors unless we can cut power. So we need to cut a little bit of our production. We're going to take down the waste treatment center for temporarily. I think the docking bay is important. The Newton is out there. Colonization training center is not really being used. You can cut the power on that. And I think fusion station temporarily we're cutting your power. That should give us more power, I hope. More cycles of power. We'll see. Maybe it takes time to recalculate. I don't know. Sector 1. I can't really cut a whole lot for you, but I can cut the insect farms. That's about all I can afford to cut right now, actually. Well, all of our mining ships are definitely dead, so we can cut this too, I guess. And then the tech lab is 97%. I'm going to shut this down as soon as that research is done. 90, 100, done. So let's cut that down right now too. Although it may be worth it. Now that we have train station. What's next? Yeah, the monuments. That is kind of worth it. I just want to make sure we're not losing power for very long. So 3.1 cycles, 3.1, and 4.2. So 3 and 4 are still consuming a lot of juice. Let's cut the access to the stockpiles. We'll cut the... Don't want to cut the mess hall. Let's cut access to the ice. We don't need it because we're not processing it. And perhaps this will help us to last a little bit longer. Not really. So we're going to have some sectors that are just going to lose power, and that's just the way it is. There's not much I can do about that, unfortunately. This storm looks awesome. Doesn't that look awesome? Come on. They did such a good job. I really hope the quality is coming through. Scenes like this, where it's dark and rapid movement, it's sometimes very difficult to process this when you're recording video, especially 4K, but I'm hoping that the quality comes through because this thing is, on my screen, it looks phenomenal. I'm just saying. On the map, we're getting close to getting out of here. But this means that these guys are left behind, and both of my science teams, they're going to have to sit here.
A new request awaits your attention.
They're going to have to sit here. We definitely lost all of our mining ships, and it looks like we also lost 2 cargo ships. I think I got very lucky in the sense that my cargo ships were on their way out very recently, and so they could turn back really quickly. But had they been way out here, that would have been really... Honestly, I would probably have lost all my ships. So that would have sucked. Sector 2 has an event for us. Let's take a look. Administrator Hot Dog. Look at it. Oh, look at it. Inconsistencies were detected within a crew member's DLS records. After reviewing the data, I have found that the crew member is actually a dog. A borzoi, to be exact. I have not discovered how it came to be on board. Its mere presence violates several health protocols. I will say that it does seem to be proving extremely beneficial for crew morale. A decision must be made concerning the animal's fate. Oh, come on. We have to recognize it as part of the crew. Come on. Yes. Permanent stability bonus. Everyone can be happy now. +1 dog. Love it. All right, we got to be getting close to getting out of the storm now, right? Yeah, it looks like it. We're finally able to see the green and stuff again. So we're out of the storm. Excellent. Now I would love to send a probe over here and figure out what the hell this thing is. I've been trying to figure out how to get a probe here for a long time. Get a probe right there. We're just going to send it over there. And I'd like to send the Tiqqun here, like redirect course, so we don't have to have anybody lose power. But I don't think that's actually possible. The other thing I don't think is possible is science. Look at this. I mean, both of our science ships are definitely trapped. So we are going to lose those teams. And I'm not losing that dog, and I'm not losing these guys because we need to repatriate the team. So there's only one solution. We need another science team. And to do that, we're going to get our docking bay out, and we're going to create a new science ship right here. We can always move it to a new bay later, but we're going to need another science ship. We're also probably going to need another couple of mining vessels so that we can actually get stuff.
Entering debris field.
Debris field? Oh, you know what? We're entering the debris field.
Trust in your leadership is falling.
Yeah, we're entering the debris field because of... Yeah, the bodies are back. Yep. There's this half a body right there. Wow, you can't move the camera at all without just a lot of bodies flying through. Oh my god, it looks terrible. This is terrible for crew morale. So we're going to want to move ourselves somewhere else. We're not going to want to stay here. We're going to want to move. So let's see if we can't get a probe. I guess I could move here. It's a little far away from everything. I'd like to get something that's a little bit closer. So if I can build another probe, that'd be great. The one problem I'm having, though, is that I have no polymers. They've all been delivered here for the power expansion. All my polymers keep going there. And that is an issue. I think I'd like to go Sector 1. I'm saying I want a minimum of 10 here, but because we don't have any available... It's really all just coming down to this processing it. It needs to process it faster. Go faster. Process things. Get polymers. And then they're just getting immediately offloaded to these other two sectors where they go out the airlock. So, yeah, it is what it is. We are now, though, we no longer need to shut everything off. So let's get waste treatment back up. Get the fusion station back online. And I really want to delete this. Do I have any room for this? We still don't have room for iron. So I think what I'm going to have to do, because there's no place for this iron to go, and that's why it doesn't allow me to break it down. So what I'm going to have to do is just process iron until there's storage space available here, which looks like we're getting there. Nope, there's 160 iron in here. That feels bad. We also need another one of these ships. So I think we'll try and go ahead and build that. Maybe we can shut this down, actually. If we shut both of these down... Yeah, if we shut both of these down, I don't think they're going to pull resources out of them anymore. So what I'm hoping now is that the processing that take place here will start draining these two storages away from its iron, or pulling the iron out of there. And that's going to allow me to break this down and have a place for it to go. I will also need a way to transfer the alloys out of here too. So the alloys need to go somewhere. That's a problem. And these alloys are still getting broken down because I don't need this structure. We do have a couple of sections now, it looks like, with extra hours, potentially. Not just Sector 2 has extra hours, and that's with buildings being shut down. So I think it's probably time to start processing cryopods again. At least for a little while, we need to process some cryopods. And once we get that new ship built, which is just not happening fast at all. No, never mind. It is happening fast. That's where all the polymers went. So once we get that ship up, though, we can start finally doing research on this side of the storm. And currently we have everything disabled here. Everything has been told, yeah, we're avoiding it. We're not going to go pick up any resources here. And so we should now be able to find, at least once we get probes going again, we should be able to find new resources on this side and start pulling them in. But we don't need that until we actually work through our existing surplus. So until then, we just sit here, I guess. Tech Lab should be back online. That's my bad. So this is our memorials upgrade. And this will allow us to get Tier 1 industry specialization. After that, I would like to go Ode to Competence, but I think also food specialization is going to be something I want to start getting the benefits of too. So we'll go ahead and queue that next. And then the population one is a little bit interesting, but there might be ways to... Yeah, there might be ways to get some benefits from that too. I don't know about population as a specialty, because I need people to work in the locations where they're going to be, at. One thing we could do, though, is get the train station up and running. So I click this, and it looks like you have to build it per sector. Okay, per sector. 3 electronics each sector. We do have quite a few electronics. So let's get the train station built between 2, 1, and also 3. At least these 3 sectors should have the train stations hooked up, if we can afford to. We have now a new science ship. Yep, we do. It is the Gannett. Let's go to this district here, and we're just dropping you off right there. Good.
Has arrived at its destination.
And we can let you get your science actually for now. Yeah, let's let you get this so that we can research while you're doing other things.
A new request awaits your attention.
Oh, they have more requests. What do you want? Mission impossible.
Our colonization mission requires your attention.
Well, that pretty much offsets the dog, doesn't it? It has emerged that the concerning results of our earlier colonization tests have been leaked, leading many of the crew to believe that we are just delaying the hour. Delaying the hour humanity ends. Yes. Whoever released this information bears responsibility for the rise in dead Earth sickness that has followed. -1. So now we have lots of stability issues in these sectors, don't we? We sure do. 5's got a problem. I'm not sure what we're going to focus 5 on. That could be a population sector too, I guess. I'm not sure we need any more food stuff. We could use maybe some more industry, but honestly, I'd like to instead just get like another polymers production set up here. Like eventually I'd like to bring this down to 1 steel mill. And then we have 2 polymers production. This would get out of the way. We would then be having all of our alloys would be coming from waste instead, right? I would really like to get that happening. The corpse field probably isn't helping either. Yeah, -1 from the corpses floating outside the station. 2.5 cycles. Great. Wonderful. Depressurized R&D district. Ornate. Our sensors have identified a part of the Oh, we're going to have to do this again, aren't we? Etimenanki, adrift in the Crux system. Initial readings show no thermal activity, power signatures, or identifiable signs of life. All right. So it's dead. That's good. That makes sense. This is the crew of the Gane. This section of wreckage is massive. We believe it's the remains of a research and development district. The laboratories we've seen look virtually destroyed, but we did find an intact security room. A sign above its entryway reads Ornate, like ornate. To access the room, we'll need power from the Tiqqun via the RTP. Unfortunately, specific accreditation is also required to open the room's armored door. Okay, the neighboring residential area has collapsed, making the balance of this area unstable. We've spotted some emergency cryopods within the debris, though it doesn't look like there was enough time for the full evacuation. All right, so we need power from the Tiqqun for this one, so I guess we're orbiting the right one now. And it looks like we need specific accreditation required to open the room's armored door, and that's in the residential district. So I'm wondering maybe if we will find anything in the laboratories, let's say. Let's take a look at the laboratories. Okay, so that will be 3 cycles. We're going to leave the Tiqqun here, despite its negative morale that it's giving us, and we are having people finally start barely losing trust in us. But I'm kind of hoping that when this completes, you can see that this is done. It provides +1 stability in an industry sector. So that's going to give us extra stability. So sector 2 should be fine. And indeed they are. They're happy now. Because this Murdoch Memorial is fine. Oh, very good. Now we have extra space here. That's pretty sweet. I wonder if it's worth getting an extra storage set up here. I'm open. I honestly kind of feel like it's possible we get fires and stuff. You know, like there's this building to put out fires. I feel like we're going to need that. Let's leave this open for now, and if for some reason a fire breaks out, we can quickly build this. Yeah, we have the resources in this sector to build this very quickly. So if something happens, we'll deal with it. Go ahead and turn these docking bays back on. And I think we're still churning away at... Oh, wait, hang on. Don't do this yet. Turn this off. I'm seeing these, right? They're not full. Well, at least they weren't full. Now they're starting to not be full. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this now. We're going to delete this and see whether or not we can get the iron out of there now. We're down to 4. I need the iron to go into storage. So as these process it, I'm really hoping that this is where they pull it from. Yep, 3, 2, 1, 0. Very close to 0. And then at that point, we're not making... Well, we need to process the iron. Done. Okay, now let's shut the steel mills off. And then what we'll see now is that we'll be processing the iron. be sending it over to other sectors, right? So we should get room in our iron storage, or sorry, alloy storage, and that will pull the alloys from here to keep replenishing that storage. Because I really want to get rid of that thing. All right, repressurized R&D. Holy crap, look at the that's almost 1,000 oh my God, that's so many cryopods. The laboratories were severely damaged. We're gonna be over 1,000 cryopods in storage now. The laboratories were severely damaged by the Antimonarchy's depressurization. Most equipment has either been destroyed or is missing. The team found clear traces of laser cutting. So someone else has been here already. Floors and walls have been ripped open. The R&D district was a secure area, studying not only space-related phenomena, but also technologies considered forbidden by the UN. Recovered research reports mention Edolos, BMS, and Ashtenite invention being studied. They were studying something that the enemies had, okay? Also noted in the report is the quarters location for the area's techno supervisor. They possessed an accreditation required to open the security room's door. Fantastic. So we have the accreditation to open the door. So locate the techno supervisor's quarters within the residential area and open his door. Let's go ahead and do that. That is a lot of cryopods.
A new request awaits your attention.
Look at them grab it immediately too. They're instantly starting to pull them in. Oh boy, we don't have nearly enough storage for cryopods. You know what? Maybe section 5 is that. Maybe you're our new cryo opening center. I mean, we kind of need some storage for cryopods. I think maybe instead of hydrogen, we can put you on cryopods. Technically could. You have 312 hydrogen already somewhere else anyway. So, yeah. I think we'll have you be cryopod storage, and then we'll say that sector 5... come on over and store them here, I guess. Yeah. Just have them transferred, and we store them, offload them from here. Yeah, all those things. We have all these here too, man. We got to get rid of them. So let's turn these on. It looks like is our solar done? No, not yet. We're still delivering the polymers.
A science ship team has completed a
That's
task.
taking forever. And they're also not getting probes either. Why? Why aren't we getting these? Can we have this be prioritized? No polymer stockpiles, enough polymer. Well, that's because we're sending them all here. That's the reason. It's all about this. We're getting close though, right? 233 out of 247. It's very close. Okay, research is done. Let's take a look at memorials. I want to do, yeah, food specialization. Let's get the Lunaclism one too, I guess. And then for science ships, I think I'm not sure. We should do emergency ship repatriation or emergency cryopods. I'm not sure. So far, so good on the science. I think I'd rather have something a bit more ongoingly meaningful. Power overloads had a lower chance of generating accidents. Yeah, let's try that. Let's try to get ourselves a little bit... Whoa! Oh, the trains are done and they're above. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, where were they going to be below? So the trains are being taken to between sections here and here, here and here, and then there's also a sector 3 as well. And then there's nothing over sector 4, which we could probably do. We have enough electronics, so I think we just build these out. We have all the electronics necessary for this. Let's just get all the benefits to do that. And then because we're getting trains everywhere, we should start using them. So instead of the risk foresight, we're gonna get the health center going instead. This does 100 crew members simultaneously, and it can work between any station as long as all of the, or it can work for any sector as long as the train station, right? So basically patients. That's the word I'm looking for, patients. Freudian slip there. The patients can go and take the train to the hospital, which is kind of cool. At the limits of fraternity, Administrator, the animosity between former crew members of the Protagoras and the Antimonarchy is becoming a problem. Accommodating survivors from both crews together on the Tiqqun threatens the stability of the station. This is the first time that we've seen any issues with any personality from the cryopods, right? If anybody had a question on this, related to like how do people work together, right? Like the UN and Dolos are like enemies, right? And these guys are in cryo, so they should be getting woken up and like kind of be the same person they were when they woke up or when they went to sleep, right? So we brought people from the Intimananki into the Tiqqun. When they wake up, they're UN people on a Dolos vessel, right? Is that going to create any problems? And up until now, pretty much cryopods are just people that wake up. The number go up is basically all it is. But this is the first sign of us actually seeing some sort of personality and conflict with that being a thing. Claim protocols recommend temporary separation until tensions ease. So you want me to segregate them because they hate each other? Initiate population transfer, and individuals will be sorted automatically using DLS data. So we can move 100 crew members from Sector 1 to Sector 5 to address this. Or we don't have, I mean, I guess we could. If it's going to help me with stability. I have a bit of a stability problem at the moment, and I don't want to make it worse. So I guess we'll go ahead and do that. So we're going to move 100 people from Sector 1 to Sector 5. So we have 20 cycles to do that. So we're going to do a couple of things. We're going to say 50 people for now from Sector 1 to Sector 5, right? And it could be any crew, so off you go. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to come over here and we're going to activate this. I need to replace these people. We're going to be moving so many people across there. I need to replace them. And so these pods are going to now open up, say and you'll all birth them into Sector 1. So we're going to open up the cryopods and get them all to come into Sector 1. And when we can be sure that these guys aren't going to be super mad at us and overworked and all that stuff, then we can keep going, okay? So
the crew's trust in your leadership is falling.
That's a problem. 2 sectors are angry. Why are you angry? Why are you angry? Corpses floating around. It's the stupid corpses again, man. Are we almost done with this? Thanks to the information recovered from the laboratories, the teams were able to locate the quarters of the area's techno supervisor. Higher in rank, their dwelling was of a much larger size than basic crew accommodation and was filled with unknown technology. We have recovered their security key. Very good. Okay, now we can open the Ornate security room, and we do this by providing power from the Tiqqun. So that's 3 cycles. That's why we're still here. As soon as that's done, I'm going to Crux P51 because I want to get away from all these bodies. People are becoming angry. You know what I think I'll probably do with Sector 5 is I think I might make this a population sector. So let's go in and get stability. We'll go and get the Lunaclism Memorial. And I think we'll pop that here. Yeah, right here should be fine. Lunaclism Memorial there. If we can get the hospital done, that's the health center done. I think I'm also going to place the health center in this sector as well. And again, we'll turn this into a
population transfer complete.
We'll turn this into a population sector here. So let's go ahead and just get more housing put in like so for now. This many? Yeah, let's wait on that. We don't need quite that many. But we're sending like 100 people over here, so I'm going to need to house them. And so that's where all these alloys are going to come from there. I still want alloys sent from 2 to 5. So that should be where they're coming from. Every other sector is at its limits and should not be allowing it to be exported. So all of these alloys should be coming from 2. And that, I'm hoping, means that we can start seeing 2. Can we please start breaking this down? Yes. Good. I'm using up as many alloys as I can for you. There we go. We still don't have probes. Can we at least get, the hull integrity is dropping like crazy, so that means we must be building the, yeah, we are building the solar panels. Okay, so that means that the probes are now going here. Good. We are now about to have a probe. Very good. We have strike. Stability is very low. We know this. I mean, I'm working on it, but that's hard to do. I think actually we'll go ahead and build another one here. Stability, and we'll get a DLS center in here. We could build that. I think maybe... I guess we could build it here. Yeah, that would work. And then if we build that here, we would then get the alternative life center. Okay, this actually works. Yes, this works. Let's get rid of this road. At least to there. We'll put the alternative life center here. And then this road goes straight up, and that is where... that's where the docking bay will be. For this area, because it's a personnel area, I think I'm going to move my science ship to this one, right? That's where I want it to move. So I think the Oxford... No, we're not moving the Oxford. We need to move only the new ship. If I say that I want to move the other ship, they'll start heading back to the Tiqqun. I don't want them to do that. So Guinea, I'm going to unassign that and get this back to being mining ships. So unassign you, make this a mining ship, and then we'll come over to Sector 5, and the Guinea now has a home here instead. Okay, good. That's where they are. 0.2 sectors, 0.2 section. Sorry.
A science ship team
Cycles, not
has
sectors.
completed a task.
All right, there we go. Scattered files on the floor of the security room contained warnings about the prohibited nature of what was stored in the area beyond. Behind a further door, a long chamber was filled with the occupied Dolos cryopods. Numerous data disks full of scientific information were also discovered. These finds are of incredible value. We get 150 alloys, which we don't need. We get 1 electronics, which is very welcome, and Ornate PA upgrade unlocked for the tech lab. Interesting. This is a UN PA. Are we going to use UN stuff? Either way, I think it's time for the Tiqqun to move. So off to Crux P we go. 2.4 cycles. Let's get away from the bodies so that people don't have to be, you know, in a really cruddy mood anymore. So bye-bye wreck and all of your bodies that are floating around. We'll have ourselves send all the way out here. Now we have more than enough battery power to handle this trip, so everybody's going to be fine. We're going to have a completely stable station while we transfer. Shouldn't be a problem. This memorial is going to get built, as is the DLS center. This should help provide stability here. And then this sector has negative as well. It doesn't have a memorial, and I think we're going to do food focus here. So I guess I could go into stability and do the genetic Canatus memorial, and this would give us that food sector. Have a place to put it, though. It's going to have to be here. So I'm going to have to hope that all the other farms will just kind of mesh in and work. So we're going to place this here to hopefully provide some additional stability in this sector as well. Now we don't have any more electronics here though. Is it set up to do that though? For electronics, please store 1. Yes. So as long as there's a sector that's over its limit, we should send that there. Looks like sector 3. You don't need it, so let's send that out. And it should go here now. You can get that final one right there. How is sector 2 doing? Oh, pretty much done. Yeah, it's just about waste now. Pretty much is it. Which is great because, like, the waste, man. Sector 2. Waste. We want none. So we need to have waste. Sector 3. Let's say we want max for now. We should see it get exported out of here. Very good. And that should pull it out of here now to fill that up, hopefully. Once that's done, we can finally start processing the stupid waste. But we can definitely turn this on now because it's not a factor anymore. So let's get this back online. We can also get this back online and this back online. Everything is awesome. Now we just need this waste to be pulled out of here. Population. Health center. Here it is. It takes 40 power and 50 workers, which is fortunate because we're sending a whole bunch of workers here anyway. And it actually fits perfectly in this spot, too. I was kind of hoping to put it here, but yeah, no, put it right here. That's fine. Now, with that being done and having as many people as we're going to have, it's probably a good idea to have even more power here because there's only 5 cycles of power. As we expand that, it's going to get worse. So I think in this section right here, even though it doesn't fit very well, it really doesn't fit very well. A double battery, a big battery would be better here. Yeah, we can find another place. I think like the battery and stuff would be a better thing for this area. Because we have 1 big battery here too. All right, temporarily what we'll do is we'll just have cryopod storage expanded. And then because this is a people area, we are going to want cryopods to be in here. So where is that? I forget. Population? Cryonic center. Yeah, we'll have a cryonic center It does fit here, but it also kind of makes this whole area useless afterwards. Yeah, I don't really want that. We could put it over here, but that's in the way of any potential orbital buildings. I think I'll just put it here for now. We will get some cryonic pods opened in this zone. Since we are storing them, 330 of them. So we'll get that going. As these things begin to build, it should provide more stability. They should stop being angry, and everybody should be okay.
Strike has started on board the Tiqqun.
Yeah, we have a strike, and that's in Sector 5. That was going to happen, but as soon as these buildings are up and running, we should see this going. So we have intense propaganda.
Warning. A sector is being overworked.
Now everybody's being overworked. We could... I don't think I want to do anything. This is purely for stability, so let the... let the propaganda flow instead.
A new request awaits your attention.
Can you guys maybe build the roads? Is that a thing? I mean, you can get there, right? You just go here and you just build the roads. Is that not something you can do? I mean, can we do that? None of this stuff is being built right now, which is weird because the alloys, you know, like whatever. All right. How's Sector 2? Finally. Okay, what we want here is for the waste treatment center to go in, and I think I'll put it right here. Yep, it gives me 3 tiles wide there. We'll put the waste center here. Then population wise, we'll stick one of these long houses here, and then we'll stick a battery right here, and then this road can go around like that to connect all of them up. It gives us more housing in the area too. Everybody is just like homeless, right? 9.2 cycles left on this. We have overworked over here. We need to transfer people over here anyway. So from Sector 1, which has more than enough people, we're going to send 50 workers. Okay, hold on. Not 50 workers. Let's send 25 workers from Sector 1 to 5. And then from 25, we'll just go any crew, and we'll do that. I believe this is the required limit of what we need to do. So we'll say any crew from there. So more people from 1 coming over into Sector 5. And then Sector 5, we just need to make sure you have more food than this. So let's maybe bump you up to 70. This is, again, a population sector. And we're probably going to do population focus. Here we go. With the Lunaclism Memorial. The DLS Center, we should see no specializations yet. We do have industry in Sector 2, though. That's good. Batteries will now last 20% longer. And Sector 3 has food tier. So food production buildings require 10% less water, and they also produce 30% more waste, which is unfortunate since we're processing waste there anyway. Okay, good. So basically, everybody hates us right now. We're all very angry. That sucks. Why are you angry? -5 from storing more than 1250 cryonic pods in the station. So all of the unopened pods are causing stress. Oh god. Well, that takes care of that. We definitely need to process more, don't we? That's a high priority building. And we need electronics in this sector pretty badly. So we need you to be electronics. You already are electronics. Let's get you to be... No, I think we have electronics there is fine. Let's get another cryonic pod. Yeah, sure, why not? We really need to open them up. 5. Let's go like that. Yeah, I want all of your electronics. Everybody's electronics needs to go to Sector 3 or Sector 5 now. All of you need to send them here. And this is the high priority building. We're gonna wait on this health center, and actually I'm gonna go ahead and just dismantle it, so that we can get those electronics back and put them into here instead. Now we can start building this. I need to open these cryopods. That has to happen right away. So we'll cancel this and we can go ahead and resume it now. That's fine. Now that we've delivered everything we need to deliver there.
Happy New Year, Administrator.
There it is. Finally, I'm in the station when that happens. Ooh, it's like Jewel. We have Jewel. Or is it? It's probably terrestrial, right? There is some research we could do here. Speaking of which, G'nay has nothing to do. So we could send you to the medical district to research more about that. We finally have probes now too, thankfully. So let's get our mining team doing something. And I'm thinking, I mean, really don't need much. Maybe ice? Ice, silicon, and carbon. Wow. Ice, silicon, and carbon all in the same place. Don't mind if I do. We'll get our team working on that right away. You're going to be dealing with these 2 resources more. Yeah, I think we'll just do this. You 3 resources right here. And then all of you guys have your assignments, but I had to rebuild some of you. So, well, just the Gruber. I had to rebuild you. So we'll say that we want you to go and get pretty much everything. Yeah. Pretty much. We definitely should not have pulled the cryopods into the Tiqqun station because trust is really getting hit hard here. And I don't know what to do about it. I really don't, because we can only open these things so fast, right? And so, I mean, we can only go so fast with this. That's crazy. Is there anything I could do to the cryonic center? Production speed is increased by 33%. We can do that. Production speed is increased by 66%, and then we can then get into 100%. So I think we want group decryonization next. So we can start opening up these pods. That sucks. We're going to lose a lot of trust here. Administrator. Among the items recovered from the Ornate security room was a prototype supercomputer based on PA architecture. It could be integrated into our tech lab computer systems. Stanford protocols do discourage the use of externally sourced lab equipment. Launch the PA to assist with our research. Using UN technology is out of the question. I mean, I doubt they would have designed this thing to sabotage us. As they could have. In the event our station is captured, we don't want you, blah, blah, blah. I'll take the risk. New technology upgrade is available. Ornate PA upgrade. Take a look at what that does for us. It's a PA upgrade. So it would be in the, I don't know, tech lab? Yeah. Ornate PA. Our research cost for upgrades is reduced by 10%. Whoa! Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Do that first. It's reducing the cost of our upgrades. Yes, please. And then the cryonic center after that. Definitely. Okay, well, I think we leave this video here. I'm going to leave you in suspense. We, of course, could be building this, but for some reason we aren't. Oh, there it goes, finally. Yep, finally on that. So we're building this. We have neutral here because we have the propaganda and all that stuff working for us in our favor. We're finally starting to build a health center. We can then get health throughout the entire station. We can get rid of all these extra infirmaries and stuff, and then just basically have this one hospital in Section 5 deal with all the wounded when needed. We have up to 811 power now. Everything seems good. The only thing that's not good is having a ton of unopened cryopods. And right now we have 755 of them unopened. And currently we have more than 1250 unopened cryonic pods in the station is what it says. So I assume then that the difference there is currently in the, it's in the bays here, if you will. Oh boy, so many cryonic pods that we're just not opening. So these things need to just constantly work and constantly do things, unfortunately. We do have good working conditions everywhere. It's just that people's stability is bad. So in the next video, we will continue research. We're going to continue doing expeditions, and we are going to work on... look at this. Oh, look at this. The storm has moved on, too. My science team. The Oxford. Come on back to the Tiqqun, you crazy cats. And very briefly touch the storm, you go-getters, you. I'm not going to bring these guys back because there's still a storm, but this storm is definitely still moving, which is very good news. Pleasantly surprised by that. And we can start actually grabbing these resources now as well. So we will unforbid these as we go. Okay, that's going to do it for me, guys. Thanks for watching. I really do appreciate you. I hope you're hitting the like button. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.